What up, what up? Welcome back to 5 Minutes F&I with your guy, Evan, a.k.a. the Money Man. Last time we talked about attitude. Attitude's a decision. It's not a reaction. It's not luck. It takes you, your mentality. These are the three things that we talked about exercising. Kill the number one excuse. Write it down, retire it. Make sure to run the 60-second reset between each deal and set the temperature. First one smiling every morning. Make sure you got a smile on your face. It goes a long way, right? Today we're talking about discipline. We should know, all of you watching this should know about discipline, should have a disciplined routine or schedule, but maybe your team doesn't, right? Maybe there's one or two F&I people or managers that are good at what they do, but they're just not that disciplined, right? There's a few areas in their life, not necessarily maybe in F&I, but maybe in life that they could excel better at if they just had a little bit more of what we call discipline. Nobody's born with it, right? Nobody's born with it. We got to build it. We've got to have reps. Motivation's what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. That's what Jim Rohn says, right? It's easy to get motivated. It's hard to keep it rolling. It's hard to make it into a habit. So what are some things that we can do, especially in the finance team? Well, we can set 3 targets, right? We can set 3 targets, 3 massive. What are the main 3 things that I need to get done today to make it a successful day, right? Log 1 lesson from a TO. What's something that you learned when you're doing a deal, when you're contracting a deal? Maybe you didn't get the product. What's one thing that you could have done, should have done? Write it down on a Post-it note. Have a team meeting, right? I remember we used to come together as a team at least once a week and go over our Post-it notes or our Excel sheets, depending on what personality that you are, right? We talk about the different objections and the different types of deals that we had. I would also bring up to your finance team, 2 heads are better than 1. We know this, but how often are we communicating this? Have your finance people actually be a team. Communicate. I would reach out to my director, even though I knew the answer to the deal. I knew which way it was probably going to go on a 750 Beacon, and it was just a clear deal. I knew where I was going to take it, but I would still reach out and say, hey, would you look at this with me? And every now and then, he would find a little way that we could go that might give us $400 or $500 more. Or if they, and I always talk about having those 2 lines, those 2 banks ready to go. If they say no to product, I go this way and get more reserve. If they say yes to product and we need more room for product, then we're going to go to the lender that maybe pays us a little bit less in reserve but gives us more back end. Make sure that we're bouncing those ideas off of each other, right? Are we the winger? Are we just going to wing it? Are we actually going to operate it, right? The winger starts by just showing up to the store and whatever happens, happens. Showing up and just saying, I got deals to do. I got things to run. I know I'm going to get something done, but not actually planning it, right? The operator has it planned out, has a proactive, not reactive way at attacking the day. Run the same deal, the same pre-deal ritual. I would do the meet and greet. I would make sure I had a question over this event, and they were like, How did you do so many deals, and how did you get them in and out of your office in a timely manner? I had no other option, right? I had no other option. I created a process where I would do a meet and greet. I would take the title application and the sales agreement out there to the customer. I'd verify all the information, verify they're actually closed and what terms that they wanted. I'd bring them into the office. I'd build the menu before. I'd navigate these lenders. Every deal, I had the same process regardless if it's a 550 or an 850. And I made sure that I timed myself. I made sure to slowly tweak the process to maximize it, right? Win the first 60 minutes, own the next 12 hours. We know the morning 5, right? We know the morning 5. It's a little bit different, but it's the same concept, right? No snooze button. Get up and move around. Feed the mind. Read 10 pages. Get some type of win for the day. The main objective is to be 1% better every deal, every day, right? The tiny little reps done daily, compound fast, and create elite finance managers. It's not all about F&I, right? If you've been in the business for 3+ years doing F&I, you should already get the selling products, the funding deals, the fundamentals of finance. Let's take a step back and look at the personal side of things. Let's take a step back and say, am I doing the right disciplinary actions to have habits that get me to the next level? Let's go.